Hey guys, Greg Medford from Medford Knife. Want to show you a few new things here at the 2016 SHOT Show. I got the guys from Blade HQ and they want to check out some new models, so I'm going to bring it. And no, I don't do coke. I'm just like this all the time. Here we go. Let's start with something from the Indonesia, Malaysia corner of the world. So this is our new Karambit. You could check it out. It's got a lot of sexy going on. This one happens to be lightning strike. It's got a machined back strap, fully reversible clip. It's got a two-part lock side. Obviously it's got a thumb, and the bottle opener acts as a nice little pocket catch to expediently open it, pulling out of your pocket. What's cool about this knife is that you can reverse it forward or back in the pocket. So right now it's set up for back carry with the clip, and then you can reverse it around, put the clip on this side for front carry for the guys who like to do kind of a more traditional Karambit style carry. Anyways, pretty sexy little monster coming out of our factory in Phoenix, which we call the Shactory. It's not quite a factory, but it's a little bigger than a shop. Anyways, cool little knife. That's our Karambit. We call that the Burung, which means bird. It's such a light knife. Wanted to show you guys another cool knife today. So some of you might be familiar with our Panzer, and our Panzer is one of those things. It's kind of like it's kind of knobby and it's got a lot going on. And when people get it in their hand for the first time, they get it, and I see the calculus line up in their brain. We got another knife that I wanted to do, kind of in that same genre of small, stubby kind of knife you could take out in front of Democrats, and they won't like pitter their heart and run out of the office and dial 911 and call the boss. It's a cool little knife. We call this one our Sherman because the Panzer obviously is German for tank, and then our first little knife with an American name we named after the little badass American tank called the Sherman tank. It's got a little grenade pattern on it. It's a little fragmentary grenade pattern, which I thought was cool. It's got pretty sexy. This year you're going to see all of our knives kind of converting over to more designer style clips that pull lines and influence from the lines of the knife itself. So this clip has got some of the same lines of the knife integral to its shape. Actually drops it in the pocket really, really nicely. So you can see it'll just kind of sit right there. It's a lovely little knife. You can open it with this reversible titanium thumb stud and you'd be like the king of cell block 9. Anyways, cool little knife called the Sherman. All right, next knife in the lineup is the Infraction. So if you haven't broken the law lately and you let your girlfriend or wife tell you how to cut your hair, and maybe you always tuck your shirt in and line everything up, maybe it's time for you to break the law. Maybe it's time for an infraction. That's the name of the knife. It's called the Infraction. It's an all carbon fiber presentation side, solid titanium, 6/4 side. Engraved on each side, it says INF1. That does not stand for infidel. That's infraction. And the way the knife comes two different ways. It comes with what we call a lightning hole from aviation design, and then it comes with this hole out of it. A lightning hole is an area where you basically thin out the metal to give it a kind of cross section like an I-beam, which is where a wing of an airplane kind of gets its spar strength. We put the hole in this one to give folks who wanted a little more purchase to open it one-handed, a little more to grab into. So this can be ordered both ways. Blade HQ is going to have both models. The Japanese market wanted them without the hole, so that's why I made it the other way. It's got some nice contouring. The carbon fiber on this knife is really cool. It's got a bias ply on the top, which gives you that carbon fiber look you're used to. And then underneath, it's unidirectional, and on the bottom, it's bias ply as well. So it's got a little, it's interesting and adds some texture to it when you mill down through it. Anyways, a sexy knife with 3/16 handle slabs, 3/16 blade stock material, just a lovely frame lock. Nice little knife. Now, those of you who know me know that I started out making big knives, and I still make a lot of big knives, and we're continued and dedicated to making big knives. And many of you know the Marauder. I wanted to show you the new Marauder, the new MIDI Marauder. This is our mid-size Marauder we came out with this season. It's a lovely, like if there are 1,000 guys who are comfortable throwing this in their pocket, there's 3 million guys comfortable throwing that in their pocket. Still, it's a badass, stout little knife. It's got that thickness and kind of girth that everyone's used to with my products. But what you get out of it is a lot less knife. When it's closed up, there's a lot less chunk in your pocket. And again, this is an example of a design-inspired clip that you'll start seeing on the Marauders from here on out. Pretty sexy little knife. I really like this. Great one-hand open. It's just a great, really pocket-friendly size, as opposed to putting that monster in your pocket, which I like, but other people don't. The last knife I'll show you today is, it's called the Dress Marauder. So we have the mid-size Marauder, and what's the kid's fairy tale where this one's too hot and this one's too cold and this one's just right? This bed's too soft, this bed's too cold, this one's just right. Is it Goldilocks? Well, I was thinking about a lot of knife buyers are kind of like Goldilocks. Like, this one's too big, and this one's too small, and this one's just right, or I wish it was a little smaller, and I just want to have something to go, bang, mic drop right in their lap when they look at me and say it's too big. So we've got our mid-size Marauder, and now we also have our Gentleman's Dress Marauder. So if you take a look here, I'll show you the evolution of this knife. If you take a look at all three, you can see they're the exact same knife, scaled down. Clip-wise, this has got a really unique clip that a lot of guys like. It just hangs right over the pocket. So, a very sexy little evolution of the Marauder, very small, and so if you're one of these folks, I feel bad. I'd like to apologize. Let's say you're, an attorney, and you've got to wear a monkey suit to prove you're professional all day. Totally cool. This would be a great knife for you. You could carry this, and it's not going to scare people, and you can carry it on your Italian linen suit that you had made, and it won't pull the pocket down and make you look schlumpy. The Gentleman's Dress Marauder. I hope you like it. Anyways, Greg Medford from Medford Knife for Blade HQ here at SHOT Show 2016. I'm out!